So, what I think I've noticed, well, I wouldn't necessarily say notice. Sorry, my plant is rooting. I don't know why I keep doing this to this weird shit with the water. My baby. Look at this one, got all these roots. And this one is stubborn as fuck. You see that little ass root? She been trying to root for like, I think, 6 months now. Maybe a little less. But I've been trying to save him. He broke off my bamboo I got right here. Because we had an accident. Not like an actual accident, but she had an accident when I was trying to move. Anyway, that's Lil B. Introduction to my babies. I would introduce y'all all. This is not what this is about. Okay? This is about what I think I'm picking up here. So, oh, just a little music because I don't got time to be getting flagged and shit. I don't got time for that. I just want to hear it for myself. Anyway, what I've noticed, or what I'm picking up here, is that maybe people don't know why they would need to, not I would say they would need, they may want to deep self dive with themselves. Like, I mean, I put out a video about why I do it, but maybe I should kind of. So, I was trying to say maybe I should clarify, or maybe I don't know, give some insight. Maybe that'll help a little bit. So, and I don't know, maybe if you even watched it, I may not have even been clear about why I do it. So when I say deep self dive, when I started out on this, I didn't start out saying, "Oh, I want to deep self dive with me." Like, I never said that, never. I just called it that because it makes sense. It makes sense to me, and I've talked to others about it, and it makes sense. So, it's my cave analogy that I gave. Again, if you watched it, have you watched it? I mean, anyway, going into those caves, you go because you're trying to. If you're going in the caves, you're going. Let's put that down. You're going. This is incense smoke. So anyway, if you're going into those caves, you go into so you can discover, so you can go somewhere you've never been before. You're going because you, maybe you just like risky shit. I don't know. Everyone's reason if you're a cave diving person, but when it comes to self, you are the cave, and you're going into. When I do this, I mean like your inner self, that tiny voice that you hear. That voice is a perspective of you, and so that voice is just like a whole different brain. It's a whole different idea or part of you, honestly. So the question arises is, do you know that part of you? Like, are you aware of that part of you? Is that something that you kind of hear but you don't hear? You think you're talking to yourself, or you think that you shouldn't talk back. Maybe you shouldn't have any conversation with it. It's just something you hear and you kind of just move about your day, on autopilot mode. And, you just doing what basically society has informed you should do. And it's just like, for me, it was just like, there has to be more to this life, this presence that I'm presenting in. Like, there has to be something else here. Like, it's not just wake up, eat, go to sleep, go to work, go to church if you do that, synagogue, with school, whatever it may be. that you have been informed that you should do to be a law-abiding citizen or citizen, a valuable citizen to this country and planet. Like, these are ideologies that people have created from years ago. And what's crazy is that as life, we didn't even start out like that. So, like, now here we are, humans, beings, rather. I'm going to call us beings because everyone isn't human. I'm not going to go there. Anyway, but here we are, beings, just walking on this planet and just thinking we're just here to die, you know? But what if not? But what if not? And even if you don't think that you're just here to die, like, yeah, you may think, oh, I'm here to enjoy life before I die. Like, yeah, but why do we come here? Is that all we came here to do? We just really just came here to enjoy life. Like, yes, enjoy the fuck out of life, but do you not want to know more? Do you not want to just understand, like, why am I really here? So, that's always been my question. I have questioned this since I was about, shit, I can't even think. Like, I was a kid, just always thinking, like, we're just here. like, what do we do here? Like, so, like, it's a lot of space fillers given to you as a child. Go play, go, and great things to kind of dance around and figure out. But then when you get older, it's like, oh, well, you gotta go work and you gotta pay bills. You gotta do, like, what the fuck? This is not why I came here. This is what I've been told I came here to do. It's nuts. Anyway, and it's just like, for me, it's just like, I know there are other people who feel like they want to have meaning with their life. And I feel like if you're questioning that, you want to know that, but you kind of brush it off because you don't really know what to do with it. You don't know what, it's just like, it's like getting a baby and you never take care of a baby before. What the fuck I'm supposed to do with this? Like, I don't know. Maybe people don't think that. That's probably me. But, I'm obviously questioning why I'm here in life overall. So I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know. For me, it's just always the why. What exactly was I sent to this planet to do? Like it's just a cycle of life. We're just all getting here, and then we're gonna get out of here. And I know some people may go, whatever they feel called to within their religion, and this is no. I'm trying to find the right word. This is no knock on religion or anything like that. I personally wanted to expand my wings. Like, I wanted to understand what happens outside of that box. Like, that was for me because I felt like religion is a box. Like, they want to keep you in this box and keep you to this standard of what they decide you should be doing as an individual. Now, again, no knock on any type of religion, because there's not only religions, but then there's lifestyles, and then there's like spiritual paths, things like that. So like Buddhism is not a religion. It is a way of life. It is a lifestyle. So I found the common denominator. I personally, for me, have found and understood the common denominator in all of them. And so, which has sent me in a whole different direction of exploring life and like kind of like picking up the little pieces of things that you have heard of, you've seen, and you're just like, but you may put it down because you're like, okay, well, that's what they said it is, but like, what is it really? And I feel like I don't want to sound all like esoteric, like I'm like out there left field, and it's not even about what I sound like. I just I don't want to get that deep into it. That's a conversation that we're going to create within the series of self diving that I'm offering here. Like, then we'll get into it. And when I say all of them, I mean like religions and lifestyles, spiritual walks, things like that. So At the end of the day, morals as a being, a being on this planet, of course you want to be, well, I would hope that you want to contribute the best you can to society and just your neighbor, the next person, the next individual that you're dealing with. I would hope that that's what all of our goal is. And if it's not, whatever your goal is, that's what it is. Just you can't expect everyone to be mindful of the next being. Anyway, I'm just getting off. Back on track. Okay. So the point of all of this for me, and I just want to share this with others, and maybe people who haven't taken the time to go dive into that, and taking a dive into those different aspects of life. Like, life gets busy, it gets hectic, and we look at what's right in front of us, and it kind of becomes mundane. And before you know it, what the fuck, you're fucking 50. You're like, I only got 100 years on the planet. Like, for me, I'm like, what I need to do with that? One of my supervisors, she said, I want to know my dash. And I thought that was so dope. I'm like, yeah, that makes fucking sense. I want to know my dash. Like, I want to know what I'm supposed to be feeling. It ain't just a fucking dash. Like, no. I want my dash to be, this is what the hell she did. This is why you got your alpha and your omega. But what is the filler? What's the middle part? For me, it ain't just a filler. Like, I've always known that I was supposed to be doing something. That I know what it was all the time? No. And I just knew it when I felt it. Like, I just knew when I felt it. And I kind of thought that it was nuts, low-key. Because I knew me at the time was a hermit. Like, I'm still a hermit when I choose to be. However, me at the time was like hella hermit. Like, all the way in the shell, ain't coming out. I might come out to grab a biscuit. But that's about it. Like, I had my few friends, that was it. Like, I didn't really like to talk to nobody. I didn't like interactions. I still don't like a lot of like outside stuff with a bunch of other people. I still kind of hermit in situations like that, but I knew that I had to come out. I had to talk. So yeah, that was me kind of like discovering my way through that. Like, just actually taking the time. And then, like, there's like certain stages of how your life hits. Like, I had a stage where something like bizarre just popped up in my life, and it kind of really it was like a catalyst. It was like really shot me forward. Okay, all right, it was kind of calm down. I don't know what the fuck we've got going on here, but so that was like a moment for me. And then I got married, and then some shit happened with that, and it was just like, okay, another catalyst. Fling her ass way over there. Yep, she got some shit to do. So it was like, for me, there was like stages of kind of like coming into this, but I always knew that eventually I was getting somewhere, just in nowhere. So, but those catalysts helped kind of like put. My job is to like, it's that person who's just been going through life, hitting this and hitting that, and this is happening, like, yo, what the fuck? But they're not stopping to take the time to unpack that shit. Now, again, I've mentioned in a past video, this is not therapy at all. Absolutely not. I'm not here to offer therapy. However, I can hook you up with some people who know some shit. Because I'm a huge advocate for therapy. So I will always push you. And I will not push you to make you do it, but I'm going to always suggest it. Like, please go heal those wounds. So I may be a director to the therapy. However, I'm not a therapist. I know some wonderful therapists who, even if you don't want to talk to them, I'll show you how to get to some. Even if it's like unpacking like great things that have happened in your life. When great things happen in your life, it's not really, I wouldn't necessarily say trauma, but it's almost like a shock. And you can get caught up in that. But are you ever stopping to take the time to like really unpack that with you and really like figure out, okay, so all these wonderful things have happened to me. There's a lot of crazy things that may have happened to me. Um, and I love the path I'm on. I love the job I have, or I love my children, or I love my family. And it's just like, well, have you ever stopped to take the time to really figure out what else are you beyond that? And not to create like another job, because there's almost so much shit. But the more and more you get to unpack that, and the more and more you dive deeper into you, it kind of makes everything else make sense. Like it makes you kind of connect the fabric, like the fabric of who you are. And it's like I always say, like we do a lot of fighting with our hearts and minds, and you know, a lot of time logic gets to win, and it's because it makes sense in that moment, and I get that because, but I personally believe like if I'm living in logic, I'm living in survival mode. Like this is all I know, and this is all I can do. But it's just like, damn, there's so much more to you, so much more to you than your relationship and who the fuck you may be loving. And sorry, I'm a little rough with love. Not in that, like, it's just like, I think I'm kind of over it. So, like, loving, like relationship type of living. Like, I love the fuck out of me. Hard body, all day, 10 toes down. Like, so much that if I be on some wild shit with myself, I question like, do I love me? And I go find more ways to love me. So anyway, back to my original point is just like, damn, I watched the last video and knew my original point. Anyway, I'm gonna get that original point. But overall, like, that's my goal. That is what I'm offering. And I try to come and bring the most sincere part of what I mean by this. And y'all, this event free. This here one is free. This first one here is free. How do you click the link? Do you want to do it or not? I'm gonna be there. You gonna be there? All the way back to my original point. We do a lot of the fighting with our hearts and mind. I was talking about living in logic. Yeah, it's just outside of logic. Where do you go with you? Do you know who that is that you're trying to take somewhere beyond your everyday life that you know, are doing everything you can to maintain? Like, do you know who you're walking as a being on this planet? Like, do you know your power? Do you really know your soul? Like, do you? That's my question. And that's why I'm here to help you answer questions that I've had answers for myself. Anyway, just to clarify, when I say fighting, I mean like letting logic win. At times when we just kind of want to just say fuck it all. Where you just want to like just literally be you and you just be, and you don't want to have to address logic. Like it's almost like a vacation from logic for a minute. Like, let me explore some magic. Let me explore my inner being and what I'm capable of. What I'm here for. What was I created to do? You know you was created for something, right? I'm grateful for you being here. Thank you for your presence. You stayed this long to listen to me run my mouth. Thank you. I'm glad that you stayed to hear me because it means you were interested in something that I had to say. So there's a link in my bio here on this Instagram. And yeah, click on that, Joe. if you're in Richmond, Virginia. And I don't know, maybe I'll expand the next one to like online, so maybe other people who would like to join this conversation. Um, I really like in-person interactions personally. Like it's a vibe. It's just something you feel. Anyway, maybe I'll expand it then. But grateful.